Under the animal kingdom, today I am taking up the first phylum, Phylum Porifera. Phylum Porifera is the first animal phylum. For a long time, these poriferans were not considered as animals because of their very peculiar appearance. Robert Grant identified them as animals for the first time. They have a number of peculiarities. On the body of the sponges, we find a number of small openings known as ostia, or pores through which water is taken into the body. Because of the presence of these pores, the phylum got the name Porifera. Porifera means pore-bearing. Its body cavity is called, this body cavity of sponges is known as spongocoel. And through ostia, water flows into the spongocoel. Then, Porifera, the phylum Porifera includes animals known as sponges. The sponges are the lowest animals in the animal kingdom, and they belong to the subkingdom Parazoa. Parazoa means the animals that are multicellular but lack in the formation of tissues. So in sponges, tissues are not present. Then, most of the sponges are marine, or they live in the seawater, except few species like Spongilla that are freshwater animals. Then, these sponges have either radial symmetry or asymmetry. And asymmetry is more common in this phylum. Then, all the adult sponges or all adult poriferans lack locomotory organs. So, they are immobile or sedentary. They cannot move from place to place and always fixed to the substratum. And incidentally, phylum Porifera is the only phylum without any locomotor organs in the adult animals. But their larvae have locomotor organs in the form of flagella and they can move. But the adults are immobile. Then, sponges are either colonial or solitary. Colonial means they live in groups attached to one to each other, or solitary. Then, coming to the symmetry of this phylum, already I have told you, they are radial symmetrical or asymmetrical, and asymmetry is more common. Then, this is the only animal kingdom in the entire animal kingdom, which is the only phylum in the entire animal kingdom without a separate nervous system and sense organs. It means there is no separate nervous system and sense organs in the phylum. That means the cells function independently on their own and there is no coordination between the different types of cells. Then, separate digestive, respiratory, excretory and vascular systems are absent. All these systems are absent in this phylum. Then they have a peculiar system known as canal system. Don't confuse canal system with the water vascular system. Water vascular system is present in phylum Echinodermata. In this phylum, we come across canal system, which is many types, like Ascon type, Cycon type, Leucon type, Ragon type, like that. Let us not bother about these different types of canal systems. All these ostia open into the spongocoel through these canals. These canals are also very complicated. So, seawater or fresh water enters the body cavity through the pores and canals. This canal system serves a number of functions in the animal. They bring food into the spongocoel. They regularly pump water, so it regularly pumps water, so water flows to the spongocoel. It helps in the removal of nitrogen rich materials, and it also helps in fertilization. So in this way, the canal system helps in digestion, respiration, excretion, and also fertilization. Then, the body cavity of sponges is known as spongocoel or paragastric cavity. The water entering the spongocoel lifts the animal through a larger opening known as osculum. So the peculiarity of sponges is water enters the body cavity through small openings and it leaves the body cavity through a larger opening known as osculum. Then, the body wall of sponges is made of two layers. Outer pinacoderm, this one. Inner choanoderm, this is the choanoderm. I have done a sponge, simple sponge, partially open. So the outer layer is known as pinacoderm. It is made of cells known as pinacocytes. The inner layer is known as choanoderm. It is made of choanocytes or collared cells. They got a collar. This is the collar. As you have a collar around the shirt, around our neck, these cells have a collar. That's why they got the name collared cells. These collared cells have a flagellum, which will be beating always. And the movement of the flagella bring water flow into the osculum. Then, the collared cells perform one very important function. They participate in intracellular digestion. And again, this is the only phylum in which digestion is completely intracellular. And that intracellular digestion takes place in the choanocytes. And we cannot compare pinacoderm and choanoderm with ectoderm and endoderm because the larvae of these animals undergo a peculiar process known as inversion of germ layers. As a result, what happens? The cells present inside come out and the cells present outside go in. That's why these pinacoderm and choanoderm are not equated to ectoderm and endoderm. Then, already I have told you, collared cells helps in digestion. Then, between the pinacoderm and choanoderm, there is mesenchyma. Don't confuse mesenchyma with mesoglia. Mesoglia is present in phylum Coelenterata, but here mesenchyma is present. In the mesenchyma, we come across various types of amoeboid cells. Among these amoeboid cells, archaeocytes are very important. These archaeocytes are unspecialized cells or embryonic cells. They participate in asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, and also regeneration of the body. If any part of the body is cut off accidentally, these cells help in regeneration of that lost body part. And in the mesenchyma, we also find another type of cell known as sclerocytes. These sclerocytes produce spicules. Presence of a skeletal system made of spicules is another peculiarity of sponges. So, the skeletal system of sponges is made of different types of spicules. They are made of either spongin or silicon. These sponges provide strength to the body of sponges. Then, all the sponges are hermaphrodites. So sexes are not separate. In the same animal we find both male and female reproductive systems. And fertilization is internal. Fertilization takes place inside the body and development is indirect. Indirect development means presence of a larval stage. So in all the sponges, fertilization is internal and development is indirect with one or more larval stages. Then, the larval stages are morphologically distinct from the adults. Adults are sessile forms. They have no locomotor organs, but larvae are freely movable and they have locomotor organs. And already I have told you, during the larval development, inversion of germ layers takes place. Then, the phylum Porifera is considered as a blind ending in the evolution of animal kingdom. It means they have not contributed further for the evolution of animals. The evolution has come to an end on this branch. That's why Phylum Porifera is considered as a blind ending or blind branch in the animal kingdom. Coming to the examples, I have given some scientific names and common names. You must remember them very carefully in all the phyla, because in the examination generally the common name and scientific name are given. Cycon is known as Scypha. Common name is Scypha. Spongilla, it is a freshwater sponge. Euspongia, bath sponge. In the olden days, they used to use sponge to rub the body. Charaina is known as dead man's finger. These animals look like our fingers, that's why it got the name dead man's finger. Euplectella, it is known as Venus flower basket. It looks like a flower basket, that's why it got the name Venus flower basket. Hylonema, it is known as glass lobe sponge. In this animal, the skeleton is made of silicon spicules and it looks like a glass. That's why it got the name glass lobe sponge. And this is the simple cycon, already I have explained. This is the exterior part, this is the interior part cut open. So in this way, Phylum Porifera has so many peculiarities. Thank you.